In this video, we have to find out the moment of inertia of this two-dimensional sheet or lamina about this axis, which is highlighted in this blue color. And this axis is also passing through this point, and it is also perpendicular to the plane of this sheet. Now, what is this object? Now, this object is formed by removing a small disk from this bigger disk, and you can clearly see that after removing this small disk, the mass of this remaining object is m, and this is r. The distance between this point and this point is r. Okay, and you can see easily that the radius of this smaller disk is r by 2. So we have to find out the moment of inertia of this object. Now, first of all, we know that this would be the object when no disk was removed from its corner, and therefore let us assume that the mass of this object is m dash, and we have to find out its moment of inertia about an axis which is passing through this point. So let's suppose that the moment of inertia is I1 and this is object 1. So I1 would be m dash r square by 2, because we know that the formula for moment of inertia of a disk about an axis which is passing through the center of mass and which is also perpendicular to the plane of the disk is mr square by 2, and its mass is m dash. Now we have to find out the relation between m dash and m, and for that let us first draw the smaller disk which we have removed. So this is the smaller disk which we have removed from the bigger disk, and this disk has a radius of r by 2. This is r by 2, and we can easily see that the complete mass of a disk, which is a two-dimensional object, is distributed on its surface area, and area is proportional to the square of dimensions, or we can say that the area is proportional to square of radius. So if the radius of this smaller disk is half of the radius of the bigger disk, then its mass would be then its area would be 1/4, and hence its mass would be 1/4. So its mass would be m dash by 4. Now the remaining mass is the mass m, and therefore m can be written as m dash minus m dash by 4. So m is equal to 3m dash by 4. So m dash is equal to 4m by 3. So I1 would be equal to 4m by 3 into r square by 2, and therefore I1 is equal to 2m r square by 3. This is the value of moment of inertia of this disk about this axis which is passing through its center of mass and is also perpendicular to the plane of the disk. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia of this smaller disk about the same axis. Now if we fit this disk at this cavity, then this axis would be touching this disk from its periphery, and this would be the axis. So we know that the moment of inertia of a disk about this periphery axis has a formula of m r square by 2 about center of mass plus mr square, which is equal to 3 by 2 mr square. Now I remind you that this is just the formula. I have not substituted the values of mass and the radius. Now after substituting the values of mass and the radius, I can easily see that the mass is m dash by 4 and the radius is r by 2. So this is I2 would be equal to 3 by 32 into m dash into r square, because this is 2 and this is 4. So 4 into 4 would be 16, and 16 into 2 would be 32. Now the value of m dash is 4m by 3. So I2 is equal to 3 by 32 into 4 by 3 into m into r square, and this is therefore I2 is equal to m r square by 8. Okay, so this is I2. Now the trick which is important in these kind of questions is the fact that the object which we have to find out the moment of inertia is formed by removing object number 2 from object number 1. So in the same sequence we have to subtract the moment of inertia of the objects. So if 3 is formed, this is 3. So if 3 is formed by removing 2 from 1, so therefore the moment of inertia of this object 3 about the same axis would be I3 would be I1 minus I2. So I3 would be I1 has a value of 2 by 3 mr square and I2 is equal to mr square by 8. So if we find out the LCM, then it would be 16 mr square minus 3 mr square. So this is equal to 13 by 24 mr square. This is the value of moment of inertia of the object which is formed by removing a smaller disk from the bigger disk. Thank you. In this video, we'll find out the moment of inertia of this object, which is a object which is formed by removing a small solid sphere from a bigger solid sphere, and we have to find out the moment of inertia of this object about this axis which is passing through this point. So the given parameters are the radius of this bigger sphere as well as its mass in this scenario. Now we know that the bigger sphere out of which this smaller one is removed, so this is that bigger sphere, and let us assume that its mass is m dash, and obviously its radius is r, and this is the axis of rotation which is passing through this point. Now we know that the sphere which we have removed is this one, is having the radius of r by 2, and therefore the complete mass of the sphere is distributed in its volume, and therefore I can say that the mass of this smaller sphere would be m dash by 8, because that volume is dependent on the cube of the dimensions. So if the dimension has become 1 by 2 times, then the volume would have become 1 by 8 times, and therefore the mass of this smaller sphere would be m dash by 8. Now obviously the mass of this solid sphere which is formed by removing this smaller sphere from the bigger one is m, and therefore m will be equal to m dash minus m dash by 8. So m will be equal to 7m dash by 8, and therefore m dash will be equal to 8m by 7. Okay, so the moment of inertia of this object 1 about this axis is 2 by 5 m dash r square plus m dash into r square, because we have applied the parallel axis theorem. So I1 would be equal to 7 by 5 m dash r square, and I1 would be equal to 7 by 5 m dash is 8 m by 7 into r square. Now this I1 is equal to 8 m r square by 5. This is the moment of inertia of this sphere 1. Now this is sphere 2, which is shown as a moment of inertia of, let's suppose, I2 value, and therefore I2 would be equal to 7 by 5 into m dash by 8 into r square. Now the radius of this sphere is r by 2, so this is r by 2 whole square. So I2 would be equal to 7 by 40 m dash into r square by 4. So I2 would be equal to 7 m dash r square by 160. Okay, and obviously the value of m dash is 8m by 7. So we can substitute the value of m dash as 8m by 7. So this is 7 by 160 into 8m by 7 r square. So this I2 is equal to m r square divided by this would be 20. So I2 is m r square by 20 and I1 is 8 by 5 m r square. So the resultant moment of inertia of this object about this axis would be the difference of moment of inertia of 1 and 2 about this axis. So it would be 8 by 5 mr square minus mr square by 20. So this is 8 by 5 mr square minus mr square by 20, and this would be 32 mr square minus 1 mr square. So I would be equal to 31 by 20 mr square. So this is the moment of inertia of this object about this axis, which is highlighted in blue color. Thank you.